You know, living on the Southside, making art on the Southside, it always feels good. Like it just feels good. You know what I'm saying? And then also, again, about to plug Tri-Cities again, but we're walking the same halls that Andre 3000 was walking, Big Boy was walking, Candy Birds, such greatness came out of there. And just feeling that energy, it's like, you know what, I'm in the place I'm supposed to be. Like, it just feels good, and you feel that all over the south side of Atlanta.
And welcome to the Southside Show Youth Perspective. I'm your host, Zenobia Abrams, and thank you for joining. Here we interview Atlanta teens and highlight the amazing things they're doing down here on the Southside. You'll hear from artists, entrepreneurs, activists, and so many more. Thank you for joining. Today's guests are Josiah Young and Jordyn Spencer, two very talented actors, writers, producers, and just all-around artists. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So first, I wanted to get into you guys' background a little bit. Are you both from Atlanta?
Yes, I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Rex. Yeah.
I'm from Atlanta. Let me name it a city other than Atlanta. I'm from South Carolina. I'm from Florence, South Carolina. I was born there. I lived there for 4 years, and then in 2008, I moved to Atlanta once I was able to start school. So yeah.
Wow. So how do you guys think that being in Southside Atlanta specifically, because you know the show, how do you think that's impacted you and helped you to be better artists?
Well, I think that the geography and like the scenery itself is so inspiring. Like, it gives me so much muse, like from the train tracks to like the art and the graffiti and the colors and the buildings. Like, it's just a really beautiful place. Like, when we were working on our show The Village, that's Jelly Jam Productions. That's our first work, only work too, but so far. But yeah, it was like, it kind of has like a 90s vibe, and like Atlanta was perfect for it because of the beautiful colors and just the people and the scenery. But also, like she said, like there's a lot of people, especially like in the youth, and there's a lot of people around here, and a lot of like film is moving to Atlanta because of the scenery and things like that. So it's very and beautiful. Those are the two things I will say. Yeah.
Living on the South Side, making art on the South Side, it always feels good. Like, it just feels good. You know what I'm saying? And then also, again, about to plug Tri-Cities again, but we're walking the same halls that Andre 3000 was walking, Big Boy was walking, Candy Birds, such greatness came out of there. And just feeling that energy, it's like, you know what, I'm in the place I'm supposed to be. Like, it just feels good, and you feel that all over the south side of Atlanta, especially like Josiah was saying, how the film industry is moving here. I can't leave my house without going a block and they're filming something. I literally cannot. And it's just amazing. It's like I can literally step into my own backyard and be a part of the world that I want to be in, because Atlanta is just that city.
I love it. Okay. So who are a few of those people that are really impactful to you that you want to, model after maybe?
Okay, see, we're going to take it back to the south side of Atlanta. Somebody who came about the south side of Atlanta, actress Tangela Large. She was,
oh man,
I remember seeing her on stage for the first time. I had no idea who she was. And the moment like she just stepped on stage, I just remember feeling like, it was like a wave went through the room. It was all like, it like all hit us at the same time. We were like, who is she? And then I remember, it wasn't the first day of rehearsal, but we came into class because we were about to rehearse for the Blue Side. And she was sitting in our classroom. I had no idea who she was. So I walked in there, just being me. Oh, hi, can I help you? She was like, no. And I was just like, oh, okay. And she just kept sitting there. And then I was like, yo, who is this lady? Who is she? But then when we got into the class, into the rehearsal space, and she started talking to us, and she introduced herself. I'm like, oh my God, it's Tangela Large. And so I've seen her since that time. I've had the ability to work with her on that production of The Bluest Eye, and then I had the chance to see her again on the stage at the Alliance Theater in Seize the King. She's just amazing, and she came from the South Side of Atlanta, Tri-Cities graduate, and just that type of just power that she has, and that type, and all of her work comes from such an honest place, which is it's almost unbelievable.
It's
like,
very raw, yeah.
It's so raw, and when you having the chance to work with her, when she was talking about her approach to the work, where it really comes from, like getting it out of your gut, that type of honesty, for me, it was really like, I was like, yo, you do this like every day, like it's a workout, it's a muscle you have to train, and she's just really mastered it, and it's very impressive. And
it really is.
Who's yours?
Yeah. I want to say the first person that came to mind was Cynthia Erivo, but that's just because she's like amazing and like talented. But a really big role model for me has actually been Justin Ross.
Oh yeah.
Even like my first day, or not my first day, because he wasn't there my first day, but my very first time meeting him, he was like, it was basically about how you have to work hard. And he said something. He said, I'll remember later, because I don't want to sit here trying to remember it. But it was something along the lines of, you guys aren't hungry enough for it. Like, you guys aren't hungry enough for it, because if you were starving, you would make the meal so that you can eat. Basically, you would put in the work so that you can, like, be a good actor. But the things that he does, and just watching him perform and talk to others, and honestly, his honesty and how raw and genuine and how himself he is. He is so himself, and it is so admirable. But he's just been a really big role model and a very, very big inspiration for me. And he's also wise. You know, Miss Jade mentored him for a long time. So he definitely carries some of her wisdom. And
her Jadeisms. Like,
yeah, oh my gosh. They're both very like raw and true to themselves.
Right. Their Swatsness.
Blunt, very blunt, yeah. So yeah, I would definitely say Justin Ross, you know, from the South Side of Atlanta, from the South Side, went to Chicago, back and forth from the South Side, because he went to DePaul University.
Yep.
And yeah, he's just a very big inspiration.
Okay, well, one last thing that I wanted to bring up before we close off is, what are you guys, you're doing so many things, but what are your aspirations, you know, beyond, like you said, leaving high school and just going out into the world and being creators?
Yep. After high school, I do want to go to college. I want to go to college for film. I definitely want to become a filmmaker. It's so exciting to me. My after high school life, it's like, ooh, there's a place after this place. And so, yeah, filmmaking. And I want to start my own production company. That's something I really want to do, because I just want to give people the tools to make like innovative art. Art that we've never seen before. It's just bringing new, fresh ideas to the table. And I really want, that's what I want my production company to be about. And just, you know, it's a lot. I'm trying to like.
So
really,
complex.
It's complex. Like, right now, like when I watch TV, when I go see a play, when I'm listening to music, there's only few types of the Black experience that we really get to see, and I'm tired of it. I'm really bored, and it's boring. It's usually sad, full of trauma.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to see Black people have fun. I just want to see like Black people live their lives, and they just happen to be Black, but like Black doesn't define their experience. I just want to see people who look like me on screen. I just want to see a scene that's kind of realistic. I want to see a Black girl tie her head up before she goes to bed, because that's how we go to sleep. I just want to see those things in the media and just amplify the voices of Black artists and creators, and elevate the Black experience so that we can see it truly, like, all Black people aren't the same. You know, we don't all have the same stories. So there's still millions of stories out there that haven't been told. And I just want to give those a platform. I just want to give those stories, whoever has the idea for it, the space to create it, the space to make it. Yeah.
Well, we have to wrap up, guys, but thank you so much. I really, really loved everything that you had to say, honestly. And I'm so excited to see what you guys do in film and Broadway in the future.
Oh my God, this was so much fun. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Cool. If people want to reach out to you, find a way to promote you, how can they reach you?
The best way to reach me, promote me, get in contact with me is through my Instagram. It's at She's Jordyn, SHESJORDYN on Instagram.
The best way for me probably is also my Instagram. It's JASIAH Josiah.Young, like opposite of old. So JASIAH YOUNG. Yep.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm your host Zenobia here on the Youth Perspective. Remember, don't sleep on the Southside.